Good morning. This is Patty with Patty's Purse. And make no mistake, there's definitely a reason why the video is starting off in black. I don't know about you, but I cannot wait for another financial month, February, and just a little bit more guidance and better opportunity to make things right in my financial world. January has been a tough month for me. Every week, and I've said this every week, my account starts off in the negative. This week, it was because my check went in a day late, and that was just due to a work problem. So it wasn't like any fault of my own, but certainly the fault becomes when we get used to something or our checks being done like on a Wednesday, getting paid on a Wednesday, and you make things automatically come out on a Wednesday, and then they come out, you just then charge the NSF fee. So I'm not very happy, but I am happy to just move into February. I'm going to put my final numbers together this weekend of what was spent in January, and then I'm just going to say bye January and move right into February. The good thing for me is it was only financially that I had a bad month. You know, I can't say like the whole year is ruined because I had a crappy financial January. But I am looking forward to February and maybe taking some things off of automatic in case things happen again. That way, I am in control of when my money is spent. Also in January, and I've said this was a goal in December, there was a lot of spending at Amazon. And it is household stuff. But I want to get to a point where I make a list. And maybe it starts today, and we have a chalkboard in our kitchen, and you just write down what you need for the month, what you think you'll need for the month from Amazon. Write it on that board, and you just order it all at one time. Because this thing of going in every week and buying, whether it's Gracie supplies or Sudafed because I had a cold, it just adds up. And a lot of money is spent in one, and I understand that I don't buy it like household stuff anywhere else, but I don't like spending it every week at Amazon. So that needs to get better, and that's a new goal for February. And that's what I like about budgeting is that you kind of see where your habits are for spending. That's why I track and try to track to the T so that you can figure out a better plan to spend that money without stress. Because it certainly is stress to start the week off with a negative 183. It certainly is stress to go in and see how much you've spent in Amazon this month. I've probably spent, I don't know for certain because I haven't added up the numbers, but I feel like I've spent more money in Amazon than I have in groceries. And that's okay because we have a freezer full and we need to eat that. I get it. It still can be very stressful. Let's do a little breakdown of this week's paycheck. It's really going to be quick because there's not a lot of money to go around for this week. So I started the week with a negative 183. My check was $725. So right off the bat, I was $541.98. Old Navy's getting a payment of $67. My solar panels are getting a payment of $220. Allie will still get a transfer of $40. My mortgage savings will get a transfer of $50. I got some protein powder, some new protein powder from Bobby Parrish. Started watching some of his videos on YouTube for $39, and took the family and two sitters out for Starbucks last night. We're gonna call it Starbucks Thursday with Grace for $30. And if you add that up, it's like 400. So, it's right under the five. I did break down what we paid in credit card bills this month, and we wanted to do that. We wanted to pay off a couple of things, which we did. So, I'm happy about that. This is my little debt payment plan worksheet from the Budget Mom in the workbook. And we paid off a total, it's usually about $1,000 is what we budget for all the credit cards. And this month we paid $1,854. So yeah, that's, $854 more. So that's, and of that, I think my husband, portion of that was like $359. So $1,500 came from my account. So that's quite a bit. Or, even a little less than that, maybe 13. And something that was paid, everything that were paid off was Torrid, paid off. Let's see, Big Lots, paid off. And my husband's PayPal, paid off. So now we move into February, and maybe we can't pay anything off because all these that got paid off were smaller balances. So we just move into February and we just start attacking something. I think what's next on the list is Old Navy because it's the smallest balance. And no, we're not going to be able to put, the extra 900 into that. We're just not going to be. And I know that's the snowball method. So maybe what we're really doing is the avalanche method, which is just going from smallest to largest to pay it off and throwing any extra money that you can onto the next credit card. I think that's what we're probably doing because the snowball method would be like take that $900 that you just, paid off these 3 small cards and throwing it on the next. And, we don't have that. We accumulated monies that we had in different accounts that was just sitting there because we could always build that money back up slowly, but we can, and paid off the 3 smallest because that's what I wanted to do for January. So in February, I'm just going to put anything. I'm going to pay all the other minimum payments, and then anything extra I will throw on the Old Navy card. And, that's the plan. I'm just looking forward to February's financial overview versus January. I will do a pretty good, comparison of what was spent. And, I'm using, as you can see, I use the highlight method. So it's easier for me at the end of the month to just come in here and be able to use this key and add things up and see what was paid out in January. But that's it. I mean, yeah, it kind of stinks, right? Usually on Friday night, we do dinner with Grace. I think tonight we're just going to kind of stay home and, eat something at home because there's not a lot of money and my husband gets paid tomorrow. So maybe we'll do like a light lunch with her tomorrow. It'll just be easier, I think. I might switch it around anyways. I think dinners are getting so expensive that it just might be cost efficient to do a lunch on a Saturday with her, and like maybe make it part of something where either we go like bowling or go to the mall. She's been to the mall twice, like in the last couple weeks with her care attendant and has really enjoyed it. So maybe we take her to the mall and, hey, believe me, I could use the walk around the mall. Just, so that would be great. I think we're going to do that tomorrow. And then, stop at one of the, just sit and have a late lunch with her. It'll be a lot cheaper than going to dinner to all 3 of us. So that's my story today. It is what it is. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm just going to be grateful that I was able to pay what we were able to pay in January, and then be grateful that February is next week. Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a nice day. Bye now.